Today's YouTube Wednesday is pretty different. Today's YouTube Wednesday is going to be just a little peek backstage at a set in progress at Dark Hour. We have basically a three-person team working on it, and then I am getting everything designed out ahead of time, so when it comes to it, they know what to work on. When I get a full set ahead, then I'll be able to jump in and do some of that work too, which I'm really looking forward to. We have columns that are going to be in the set. This is just like acrylic roofing. This is plastic roofing that you can buy at Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. And looking at it, it's fluted. Well, to make columns out of it, you just have to kind of wrap it around itself and then screw it together. We give it a 2-hump overlap, basically. And that basically makes your column. Isn't that nice? And we use wooden discs in here to screw to, and that holds it together. On an 8-foot column, one at the top, one at the bottom, one in the middle. And that's actually pretty solid once it's reinforced that way. We cut a 1-foot section off of that, like acrylic roofing, and screwed it together where we wanted, and that told us what size wooden discs we needed, and we cut those out of 2x8 in order to have the right thickness to screw to, and that way it'll hold up. You know, you could, plywood disc would just be a little bit tougher, but there you go. That's what's inside of that. And you can make half columns or whole columns. And here is where we're making the big heads that will go on the wall as per that one drawing. These are molds we've already made in-house. This guy, I think, is ready to pull out. And it is burlapped. It's got burlap in it. So you do a painted layer, normal, and you do a layer with burlap. And that makes it nice and strong. And we'll be able to foam this outside of the mold. Now, I don't actually need all these teeth in here, so I wasn't too worried about air bubbles in them. But hopefully you'll be able to see how this big of a head can be an architectural element up on the wall. You know, once this is painted like stone and stuff, that's a nice unit. So this is one of the heads that I have 2 copies I need. This is another head, and this is just massive, you know, down at the chin, and my hand goes about halfway into his head. So this is a very giant head. Yeah, but that's those are the pieces that go into the set we're about to do a little walkthrough. So this is a set that we're working on at Dark Hour. This has a Greek myth type feel to it, and you can see there's one of the columns that I showed earlier there. That's a column. It's got a topper on it. Here, this is a different type of column. These are made out of foam. We already had these in the house, kind of, and we just made them fit in this space. So this is this room kind of naked, and you won't get a massive idea of exactly what's going on in here, but this will all get painted very soon. You see all the columns, and they're putting like a little temple top on this one right now. And the guests will go this way through into that area of the set, and a monster pops out of this opening here, a stilt monster. Are the plans outside here?
Yes, sir.
Is the walkthrough plan that they're given. So this is the little build out area, and this is where the monster comes out. This is where the guests go through, and here you can see how many columns we need and where the wall placement is. So the build crew gets that. Let's see, and here is each wall, just what each wall looks like drawn out. That way, when they come to each wall, there's no question as far as like what goes on that. and what's happening there. And these are all drawn to scale. And these are big heads that we're pouring up now from latex molds that we have. And that's going to become an architectural feature on this wall over here. So the guests will come through that opening, and then this wall will have those big heads on it. And it's a lot to kind of imagine. And that's why each wall, and see each wall has a number over it. And then that corresponds with that little map and tells you, okay, so this wall is drawn out and that's number 7. This wall is drawn out and it's number 8. So all of that information is here for Build Crew to use when putting this together. Just like that. So here I am. I believe I'm recording my screen. I don't do a lot of this. And this is the game Conan Exiles. And why is this a good game for haunting? It's because I build haunted house layouts in this all the time. This structure here is a virtual representation, very easily made. I have to duck to get in the door because my character is larger than normal, and they only make normal sized doors. But here you can see I'm walking through that same set space. Does it look exactly like it? Does it have all the columns and everything? No. But all the layout is the same. It's even to scale. So this is the second room that we actually hadn't started on yet. I just walked through that space. So let me go back to the front of it. And I will let's back up a little bit. So look down at that. And now you can see if each one of those blocks is 4 foot by 4 foot, then my wall panels are 4 foot wide. So it's a nice system and a very easy layout that I kind of wanted to show you guys. There's no reason why, whatever it is that, just keep thinking haunted houses. When I keep thinking about haunted houses, more ways to do them differently kind of shows up. What a great way to map out this space in this game. I can see it, I can walk through it, down to going inside of the actor area, you know, and checking out that. And now I have the actor's eye view of what that's like. And I thought that I would destroy this one and then show you me building it, just so you guys can get an idea for that. The easiest way to build as much as you want without penalty for having to work for it is to cheat. The easiest way to do that is you pull up your menu and then you go into settings, and in settings, server settings, there's a little button here that says make me admin. It's always there. And see, this one says you're already allowed to cheat because I'm already admin. Then you can get out of that, and you'll have a button here that says admin panel. That's not normally there. You go to the admin panel, and then you go to the cheat panel. In the cheat panel, I can spawn any item that I want. Go into building, of course, and I want to spawn a foundation. And there's all these different types of foundations. Let's just say I'm going to spawn an Aquilonian foundation. If you just hit the button, you get 1. It goes right in your inventory. If you hold down Shift and you hit the button, I get 100 at a time. And now if I look at all of my stuff, here's my 100 panel, 100 foundations I just got, and I can actually start to place those. If you look, just in front of me is this ghostly outline of this block, and I am going to adjust its height, holding Shift, and I'm going to push it up pretty high, because we're a little bit on a hill here, not ideal, and that I'm pretending is a 4 foot by 4 foot square. That's kind of cool.
and then I can put down more. The room that I'm laying out, it's in a space that is 16 foot by 20. So that's 4 by 5 of these blocks. Super easy. Unfortunately, this guy attacked me, and I have to get rid of his corpse. Look away, kids. There we go. But now his corpse is out of the way, and I can place my last block right there. All right, so now I have, if each one of these is 4 foot by 4 foot, then I'm able to set up, let's go back up again, a 16 foot by 20 foot perimeter really fast. And now I know that you come in right here. So this is a door frame. And boom, I can put up a door frame. And now I'm going to go to the wall panels. And all this, you're going to have to do a little bit of exploring on your own. I'm just going to ring this area in wall panels. And I know that there's actually a door right here. I'm going to go ahead and put that door in. That's an emergency exit. Now, it doesn't matter what your wall panels look like as long as your, size is right. Okay, and the other way out is actually right here. So this wall panel I have to change out. It's that easy. When they come in, there is a wall opposite them. See, as long as you have the measurements of the space that you're laying out, they also have triangular foundations. Which each side, by the way, is 4 foot. So you can lay out your whole grid with these and then figure out where your walls go the exact same way. You can lay out your triangular grid maze or your rectangular maze. For the cost of this program, even if you never wanted to play the game, it's free to cheat. You can just lay out maze after maze after maze and build any kind of haunted house setup that you want. But all of these items in here, the paintings, the food, the table, the heads on the wall, the statues back there, these are all items that I spawned in game, and then I built a set out of them. All of it. And people build mods all the time to give you different items. This is an outdoor area that I built, and I put all the animals in. So you could put monsters in there too, if you wanted to, and have monsters filling up your maze. Like over here is it's a giant Yeti. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this. All of this I built just messing around. So it's an opportunity, and maybe you guys should check it out. Go make stuff.
Here's to you, real heroes of Stilt Beast.
Our Patreon
Here's
supporters.
to you, Mrs. Loves Halloween but scares easily.
I only peed a little.
Making yard zombies all day, only to be startled by one that night.
I thought he was an intruder.
Planning for the big night knowing full well
Your help will jump out and scare you. What a bunch of motherfuckers. We thank you for your Patreon support. We really, really thank you.